I hope everybody's New Year went well and Christmas, and I hope this New Year brings a lot of good in us, and hopefully it brings a lot of good for our physical body. It's sad that years are passing by, and we're just deteriorating slowly by slowly. Um, I don't know about you all that are out there that are viewing this and that have subscribed, and I really appreciate the ones that have subscribed and have the courage to support a disease like this. Even though it's majority, I'd say we're only 2% of the population in the world, but out of the 2%, I'm getting 0.5% of that 2%, which is not even close. 60 subscribers, a little up higher, I'd say, but I'm happy that some people are showing some interest, although to some my words just might mean nothing. But here I am. I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm still gonna go ahead and do what I've been doing and try to find out the best way possible, at least to put a stop from further expanding of this disease. At least that's the most I could do. Use myself as a guinea pig and just keep trying and trying and seeing what things would work on me that might work on you or might not. But um, so here's the story. I went to my dermatologist, and they haven't gotten back to me yet as far as the board meeting. I know there was a brief video that I posted last time, which I think like a 3.5 minute video, whatnot. So they have yet to call me to the board meeting, which is going to have anywhere between 25 to 30 to 35 doctors, and they're all going to check me out and evaluate and see, if they have any answers for me. But right after that, I ended up going to an allergist. I made an appointment with him, saw him. I'm going to be posting that picture as well to show you what it's going to look like. So when I went to the allergist, I ended up getting my testing done and come to find out that I'm not allergic to beef, which I was assuming that I was since I stopped eating it. Red meat, that is, and my body would break out. I'll come a little closer in a bit to show you guys what my face is like, and it was worse. It was way worse than this that you're looking at. I have had at least 4 dermatologist visits in between all of this since my last visit, because I have 2 dermatologists that I see, actually 3, but the third one I haven't seen in a bit. So my first dermatologist is the one that actually gets me all the medications and whatnot, and comes up with ideas with me, and I come up with whatever medications that I can with to try on myself. So they kind of agree and disagree. And then I have my second dermatologist that I actually go to that gives me opinions based on what that doctor has said, because not everybody's the same. So you got to just make sure that you have at least 2 dermatologists. I understand from the majority of the people that are out there that don't have insurances, it's hard, but health comes first at this point. So I went to that second dermatologist. I'll talk to you about that in a bit. So this dermatologist that I went to, they were setting up a board meeting. I ended up going to so I'll come back to my second dermatologist. I ended up going to my second dermatologist, and what happened was that they referred me to a doctor in NYU. And that doctor in NYU is called Dr. E. Cohen. I'm going to post it in the description on his full details of the name. He apparently is an attending dermatologist who has written books about this disease. So I'm going to be seeing this doctor, and I'm going to be posting some of his comments and whatever he's going to be saying. That appointment's going to be coming up January 21st. Today that I'm making the video is January 4th. So I got about 17 days to go. So once I go visit that doctor, I'll be discussing with you about that. So anyways, when I went to the allergist, I ended up finding out that I'm not allergic to beef. I am not allergic to anything besides humira. Okay. So the way they found out that I was allergic to humira, apparently they don't do allergy tests for humira. But since I had the medication on me, what they did was, I still have some of the marks here. Actually, this one disappeared. They did it on this arm. So if you see the two dots right there, so they had poked me about 15 times over here, and about, if you see this small little dot right there, about 15 times over here. So I could do allergy testing with 32 different type of allergy testings, like, you know, for instance, whatever you want. There's a big list, about 100 different items. So I picked 32 out of it, and I thought it was going to be painful, but it's not. It's like small pinch, I would say. They're just trying to kind of scratch off the skin, but it's not scratching it. It's plastic sort of a thing that's about this big, and what they do is it's already dipped into all different oils or the extractions of all these products. For instance, like you got egg, you got beef, chicken, so on and so forth, and vegetables. So they had kind of just picked it, kind of just tapped it with the individual ones. And so the doctor's like, well, we don't have this medication. So I said, okay, well, I brought the medication with me. Why don't we just do this? Why don't you just put a drop on my skin, and just through that drop, just poke me? And he's like, oh, wow, I've never done this before. Just common sense. Anyway, come to find out, after 15 minutes, I found out that I was allergic to humira, which was quite disappointing, because after 20 years of trying various things, and come to find out that I'm allergic to humira, I've never had tears in my eyes. I mean, obviously because of this pain, but this was depressing. It was quite depressing. I after this testing, I ended up in bed for about a week and a half, because I wasn't expecting that answer. So the reason they're saying that I build the allergy towards this medication, one of the reasons, which is a key reason, I don't understand the details of it, but what happened was that humira interacts with morphine. So if you're by any chance on morphine or no, was it OxyContin? No, morphine, because I'm on morphine. So they said that it's most likely that I had developed the reaction because I'm taking morphine, and obviously I had to take humira with it, and it takes a course, so it will take anywhere between month to 3 months to 4 months to develop that allergic reaction to it. So, which made sense, because obviously in the beginning I wasn't allergic to humira. So at my sixth shot, I ended up becoming allergic to it. So that's that. I'm still on cyclosporin, which is not helping me. Things are getting bad. I'm gonna put some pictures on it as well, but I'm gonna show you, you know, some one of the wounds, especially the one that's on my stomach, that I've been dealing with for quite some time now. It's just getting worse and worse ever since I stopped humira and I started taking cyclosporin. In between me stopping humira and taking cyclosporin, everything was fine. And then as soon as I started taking this medication, it just, boom, just blew up in my face and just started going crazy on me. So when I went to the derm, I ended up getting at least about 25 shots on my first visit to my second derm on my face. And that didn't work all the way through. So then I ended up going the second time, and then I got more shots. Now there's another one that's in on my neck, and it's about this big, and it's just gotten worse and worse. But let me share a couple of things with you that I'm using right now that um, that might work on you guys. It just depends, what's what. But the first visit, what happened was with my second dermatologist, they had given me something called epidural right here. So epidural, this is benzoyl peroxide as well, but nothing that contained benzoyl peroxide had worked on me previously. So they had given me that, and that worked for the acne on my face big time. And then they had given me sulfacidine, or whatever this is. I don't, but that worked really good. So what they told me to do was to use the sulface at night, put it on my face, kind of just like a layer on how you would put on lotion, but don't soak it in your skin. And then in the morning and at night, I would use epidural. So find out from your doctors about that. But what I did was I ended up combining them both. What's weird is that your face turns out to be black, okay? So, or dark brown because of the combination of these two medications, but it worked better than if I was using them individually. Um, so that was that. And then here's one of the medications that I actually use. Well, it's not a medication. This is lidocaine. It's lidocaine viscous, which is oral topical. There's a lot of other lidocaines, but this is sort of like a liquid gel sort of type of thing. I don't know if you could see it, but this works. What it does is, in a lot of the areas, like I say, if it started peeling off too much, or the skin is peeled off a lot, like a second degree, so, and it burns big time when it touches your clothing and whatnot, you apply that, and I will guarantee you relief for at least good 4 to 5 hours, because I've had it in multiple areas, especially in the groin. That lidocaine is powerful. And what you need to do is once you apply it, you kind of hit it with the fan, so you dry it off for maybe 30 seconds or so. You put it on. It's a bit sticky at first, but once it's completely dry, it won't stick. But that forms a layer on your skin that kind of like covers it and prevents it from burning. And it'll take the burn away within 20, 30 seconds or so. And then there's this lidocaine right here. It's an ointment. Um, but it's powerful. It works. It'll sting you at first, but then it'll eventually start working. So that's that. For a lot of the viewers and subscribers, I thank you guys a lot for watching my videos. Um, I'm reading all the comments as I go. I got comments from Ryan, Keyworth. I got Victor. I got Steve. I got Leslie. I got Paula. I got Lillian, Elizabeth, David. I got all you guys over here commenting, and believe it or not, I love the support, and I love you guys are just there with me, and I know that somebody's watching my videos and going through the same pain, or maybe more, way more than me, and it's quite emotional for me when I read your messages. It's very emotional. There's times when I've teared up, with just your comments, and it's so encouraging, and it gives me that much more support and hope that, there's somebody else that's out there that's there to listen with me and to take the action with me when I do so. Um, it's, it's very emotional. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, there's so much we could do. And I've tried all the medications that I have. I've tried Remicade, Orencia, Enbro, uh, Rituxan, and this was quite some time ago, and it didn't work. Maybe because I was using it for my juvenile rheumatoid arthritis at the time, because I didn't have anything as bad. I had it in my groins. Recently, I got another one in my groin. Actually, two of them. One's about this big, and another one's about this big. They're forming. My stomach is just getting worse. My armpit on the right started draining, swelled up really bad, and it's been bad for about 2 weeks. I wasn't able to get out of bed. Um, it's just bad, and obviously my back is just getting bad and bad and bad. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna discover. I'm gonna find out what's gonna work, what's not gonna work. Hopefully things come our way soon enough, and I get you guys some answers. And I'm pushing for that board meeting as well myself, and then I'm gonna um, see how soon could I get in there. Um, I think that I'm gonna be stopping cyclosporin as it's not working. It smells funny and like marijuana, and a lot of comments that I read on this medication is that it's making people dumb. I don't know if that's true, but you know what? It's sure as hell is making me stupid, and I just I just think that it's not working out for me. I am losing energy because of this medication. I have no interest in communicating or socializing with anybody that's out there, along with my wife. I mean, which I can't stop. I have to, no matter how my brain's going. Um, so, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna be posting some of the pictures, but let me show you real quick on how bad this area looks. Alright, this might be a little disgusting to some. Alright, if you see right there, all of this is already a sign of this draining. There you go. There you go. Now if you can see, it sticks out of the underwear. Let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, it's not gonna let me zoom in. Alright. Alright. Okay. So, here it is. And if you see the skin starting to peel off. And if you see right here, it's forming, obviously, hole inside the skin right there. And this one's huge, and here it is. It's about that big, I would say. So if you go down more, yeah, and if you see, it's just getting worse and worse and worse, and just slips down. So, and the underwear, I'm not gonna just sit here for long. So the underwear makes it worse. And obviously the odor makes it that much bad, because if you're sitting amongst people and you kind of smell it on yourself, and then you're like, oh, if you could smell it, then definitely everybody else could smell it. What I've been using is, I'm not ashamed to say it, majority of the times I'll use pads, yes, pads, for the back area and pilonidal cyst, because it's been draining so much, so I put pad there, which is the best way to go. Guys, just don't be embarrassed. It's okay. sometimes you just have to use, especially for a problem like this, because obviously you don't want it draining out of your clothes or whatnot, or onto your pants. That's more embarrassing. So I use the pads, and then I started using the pad on this one. I kind of cut it in half and put it on, but that kind of just started getting stuck to it. So what I've been doing is now there's these Vaseline sort of cloth. They're sterile, so you got to open them up out of packaging. And I've been using that majority of the time. I just forgot today, but I put that on, and obviously that acts like non-stick and keeps it moist. That's what you want to do, obviously, because what happened was the other day I put on my pajamas without my underwear and slept overnight, and I woke up in the morning screaming, which was yesterday or the day before that, that the wound itself had dried off. So when it dries up, obviously you guys should know how that is. It's just like you're taking paper, crumbling it, kind of just re-stretch it back out. So that was quite painful. And I think that's about it, guys. I just really appreciate everybody that's been following up. I really thank those who have subscribed, and people that are taking the time out to watch this video. I really appreciate everybody just sticking by. Just let me go through all this process, and hopefully I'm going to come up with different ideas to raise our voice and hopefully get it out there, and maybe somebody that's kind enough to understand, you know, that can maybe take this disease to the next level as far as doing their research. This under skin snake that, you know, no matter how much you try to stop, it'll go from one area to another, to another, to another, to another. It's like non-stop. No matter how much you try to stop it, no matter how many surgeries you try to do, it will just form itself from somewhere else. I've had a lot of people that actually told me that, you know what, get surgery done, laser surgery done, and I was looking into it, but a lot of the people that have gotten laser surgery done, it was just a waste of time, that it came back within the next week or two. I'm looking into plastic surgery, hopefully for this area, so soon enough I'll be getting that done once I quit my cigarettes. The plastic surgeon told me. So once I go through that procedure, hopefully, even if they'll be able to make a video for me, the doctors, I would put that on there. So that's about it, guys. Again, Happy New Year's. Hopefully this year brings out the best of us, and just make sure that we accomplish something better than last year, and we're not in so much of a pain, and we can get rid of this snake here, and hopefully feel better. Alright, thank you so much, guys. Subscribe if you like, and please share with this with your friends and stuff. Hopefully people that are looking for these type of videos, or if I am a little help, would get some information out of this. Alright, thank you. Have a good one, guys.